you know, in your life, and life can hit you like a ton of bricks, and you have a story to tell, and something happened to you on your motorcycle when everything was going great, and you know let us know what happened. You got into an accident.
Yeah, I was doing great on top of the world and had a good gig going on. And that was right around the time I just stopped playing with Prong and I was still in Diesel Machine and doing all that. And it was August of 2002. I was at a car show, car and bike show over in Whittier, and had a whole bunch of group of friends and we had a great time. Well, that night, that night we had a dinner date with about 20 people. We were going to go to Tokyo Wacko and all meet up. And it was my plan. I was the one that's organized it. And I was dating a new girl and I was all excited. I was all excited to take her out. And so I had to bug out of the car show. And on my way home, I was going to stop by and see my niece real quick at my dad's house. And on the way up Beverly Boulevard in Pico Rivera, a lady just cut out in front of me and I T-boned her and it was game over, man. Just tore me up, messed up my face. You can tell I don't really speak all that well because my jaw doesn't really work, but I try and articulate as best I can. And anyway, so yeah, she really fucked me up and broke my back and my legs and my fucking arms. It was a big mess, man. It took me a long time to bounce back from all those surgeries and crap. And but yeah, it was quite a rush. It was not a good thing.
When you were in the hospital, uh, you had a surprise, um, with an ex girlfriend of yours, or a dear friend who happened to be there that night. What was that? What happened there?
Well, what happened there is my girlfriend at the time that I had just kind of like broken up with, but we were still kind of making amends. We were starting to talk again. She was a nurse, and I actually helped, not to pat myself on the back, but helped her get through nursing school and paid some of her bills and doing all that. But anyway, when I got in the accident, word was getting out that, hey, because we were going to go to that dinner thing, and everybody's like, "What happened to Rich?" And and then the word got out, and then everybody was heading over to the hospital, the ER where I was at, and I was in bad shape. I wasn't going to make it, and Jane was working her shift at another hospital, and she heard, and one of the doctors over there gave her a ride to where I was at, and she went in there and she had her nursing scrubs and everything on, and she was able to walk right in there and see me, and it was just. But I was out. I was out for like 5 weeks. You know, after
Wow.
the accident, I was in bad shape. Yeah, they had to keep me sedated and do a bunch of surgeries and blah blah blah, rods in my back and all kinds of crazy crap. And the one of the funny story about that is by the time when I was starting to come out of the coma and I was barely waking up, uh, Jane and my sister and I forgot who else were in the hospital room. I had been transferred to USC at this time, and I was starting to like kind of try to open my eyes and I couldn't talk yet because I had my jaw wired, so I couldn't speak. I had a trach. I couldn't talk at all. Even if I could talk, I couldn't talk. But I had a clipboard and I could write. So I would get a pen and my left arm was shattered and I couldn't use that. But my right arm, I could write and they had a clipboard right there and I would start writing stuff. And then Jane was over my head asking me, hey, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? And I wrote down on the paper, I wrote the name Tina. Tina's my other ex-girlfriend from high school. And and it hurt Jane's feelings. It was a fucked up thing that I was fucking
Right.
around. And then I wrote Just Kidding, Jane, and my sister and her started like crying and laughing and hugging, and it was just like, yeah, this fucking dick is back, and it was just a joke. You know what I mean? I still have all those original scribbles that I still saved all that crap. It's somewhere put away, and it was just so
You
spooky and bizarre because I was drugged up, and I said a lot of weird shit back then, and it was weird. Yeah,
Download those episodes, like and subscribe to the Candlepower Hour at electricast.com and wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Electricast.